Anyway, it's day 17. Today's thoughts from the tread are all about integrity, right? What you do when nobody is watching. And this came to me because I'm on the treadmill, and I didn't do treadmill today. I did the elliptical because my knees have been like 17 days, huh? But anyway, if you've been watching, you know I'm like tied to my watch, and these boards up here are tracking our progress as we work out, which is great for measurement and accountability. And today my watch died while I was mid-stroke, and so inside I definitely wanted to be like, oh, okay, well, I could just take it easy. There's no monitor, but integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's watching, when there is no measurement to be measured against, right? Just continue to do what you know you're here to do. Continue to strive towards your goal, regardless of that. And oftentimes when we think about integrity, we think about like things that we're doing to someone else, right? But no, integrity with yourself is keeping your word to yourself, keeping your promise to yourself, leaning into discomfort, continuing to go when things get hard. And so integrity is not only extrinsic or external for everybody else, but it's also about sticking to your goals and doing what you say, doing what you said you would, even when it gets hard, even when no one's watching, even when it's difficult, even when it hurts, right? Like, just keep going. So from there, what does this have to do with leadership? Well, when you are leading other people, trust, integrity, transparency, good communication are integral parts of the thing. And we know from all of the cameras that have been rolling, from the George Floyd thing to, if you think about the corporate world, the Better, that CEO of I think it's a mortgage company, Better Up, who fired hundreds of people on Zoom. Like, the cameras are always rolling. And not that that should be your motivation to do the right thing or to act in integrity when no one is watching, but really in today's world, the cameras are always watching. And so when it comes to acting with integrity with other people, it really has to do with you personally gaining a higher emotional intelligence, to say that no matter what will my legacy be? How do I want to treat people? What are my values? How would I want someone to treat me and my family, and making sure that we act in that regard. So really just being who you are everywhere, not only when the camera is on. And so, the super crazy thing about the two examples that I gave is that both of those people knew the cameras were on and still acted in ways that showed absolute disregard for other humans, right? So, when I ran a youth development organization focused on youth leadership and youth character development, and that of educators and their parents, I used to have to tell my coaches all the time, the cameras are always rolling. We were in the media a lot. And when the news was around, my coaches did everything by the book. And then it would be like when the news wasn't around, they would get lackadaisical, and I would have to remind them that the cameras are always rolling. And acting in integrity means that we're always doing our personal best to, live up to the standards that we have communicated to parents and educators who are entrusting us with children, who are entrusting us with their children. And so it's no different in the workplace. When the recruiters go out and they are hiring people for roles, and you communicate to them that your company has these core values, these standards, this culture, this is what happens here, and then people get into roles and the culture is totally different. They're under toxic management who are not corrected, and then they can't take it to HR because they're afraid, and there's this whistleblower mentality going on. People will not stay anymore. That is driving parts of the Great Resignation, and people are really realigning and reassessing and reimagining what it looks like to be happy at work. And so whether we're talking about personally keeping integrity to yourself as a leader to take good care of yourself, or to take good care of your team,